What do you mean, damn?
Double homicide.
What shoes you got on in your casket?
That's what your mama did. Dead as hell. What got on in her casket? You're recording, aren't you, bitch?
Would you know?
God damn it! Abby's catching me lacking.
How did you know?
I know you were too quiet.
You know what? I can't be doing this no more. You getting way too smart, Miss Thing. Getting way too smart.
Women in STEM. No, because I literally say women in STEM, like, every time I do, like, a girl boss thing. Like, I'll be like, girl boss, or I'll be like, women in STEM. Like, I opened a package with my hands, and my dad's like, use the scissors! And he's like, come here! And I was like, no! He's like, you're so stubborn! And I was like, no! And then I opened it, and I was like, rah, women in STEM!
Okay, bestie, go on. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're Fruit Tea.
Today we're doing urban legends.
Okay. So, we're continuing our spooky season. We will have something set for Halloween. Oh! Did you just change your profile picture mid-recording?
Yep. Keep going. Keep going.
Anyways, so like Bea said, we doing urban legends. And I want to start off with, do you guys, would a ghost be considered an urban legend? Or is that just paranormal?
Oh, it's just telling history of someone who died.
So is that a yes?
An urban legend.
I would say yeah.
No, because like an urban legend is like a story somebody made up. But a ghost, like that's some real shit. Like bitches die.
Really? I think the definition of like urban legends are like, you know, like yeah, stories passed down for centuries about like mythical creatures, quote unquote, but some people take it to the extent like, oh, like, but it is real, you know? So I feel like ghost fits in that category, kind of like the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot, you know, like, I don't know.
Guys, a secret, I am Bigfoot.
Okay. Should we read out loud what the definition of an urban legend is?
I guess.
So according to Oxford, the urban legend, the official definition is a humorous or horrific story or piece of information circulated as so true, especially one purporting to involve someone vaguely related or known to the teller. Like, it's had to happen to somebody, so I guess, like, ghosts technically do still count.
Yeah.
So someone had to have encountered it.
Yeah.
Well, we did talk about ghost stories that, like, happened to us. Oh no, me and Bea covered that.
Yeah.
What are the urban legends that come to mind specifically, like right away?
Oh my god. The Arizona like ghost things and also duendes.
Arizona ghost thing. Wait, what?
I forgot what they're called, but in Arizona, there were these sightings of like they were kind of like a mix of like skinwalkers, but also like ghosts. And I forgot what they're called, but they're called the Arizona like, I think they're called the Arizona like nightwalkers or like Arizona like sleepwalkers, I think. And basically, they're kind of like transparent, but also kind of white, and they literally look like sheet ghosts, you know, like ghosts that have like a little, you know, like in Halloween where they like get a bed sheet, but it's like with legs.
What?
It's kind of weird, but yeah.
Oh, I think they are just skinwalkers.
Yeah, I think so, but they're not like the same. Like
It's a different breed.
Similar skinwalkers, but they aren't skinwalkers, pretty much.
It's a different breed.
Yeah, it's a different species.
It's a different. I love that. And then for duendes, going on that.
Oh, so the duendes come from like Mexico, basically. They're like little troll like elves, and like pretty much like they'll show up in like people's houses, and they're kind of considered a little bit evil, but they mostly go after like kids, and like they'll like snatch your kids.
Double homicide.
I don't know. That sounds like a blessing. I don't like my kids.
Oh. Okay.
For the record, I do not have children. I am merely 20.
You 10. Quick lane.
Goo goo gaga.
Oh. Nah.
Nah, because this is how you know we going crazy here down at the studio.
The studio. What?
I know, right? This is the comfort of my own home. What you lacking? I want to talk specifically on skinwalkers. So a skinwalker is like a native urban legend, and like the way their form is, like they have kind of like an elk or like a, what is it, moose, deer, where they have like giant horns on their heads, and then they're like hella tall. And the way that they attack people is that they take form of smaller animals to like catch people off guard. But so I've heard of stories of people are in the woods with their like small dogs or whatever, and like the dog goes into the bushes to chase something, and then the dog comes back out, but it's not the same dog. It's the skinwalker, like disguised as the dog. And
I just got chills.
Huh?
Bye. I just got chills.
Well, that's the point. But anyways, so the owner tries to call the dog, and the dog's just like growling at them, like all the hairs on the dog are like sticking up, like it just looks like ravenous. It looks evil. Yeah, so then people just like, they honestly like run away, or they try and call it still, but they notice like distinct things that are like really off about this. And honestly, like the whole thing is scary because they're basically like shapeshifters. Shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters, bestie.
I said it right the second time. I messed up the third time on purpose.
Take your time.
Listen,
No, it's like, what if you let Cooper off his leash, and then he's like, "Rrr," and you're like, what the hell?
nah, cause
You're like, Cooper, and then they're like, "Rrr," and you're like, oh, that ain't Cooper, that's Pooper.
not Pooper. Oh my god, you, bruh. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I got it right.
No, because even if it isn't a skinwalker, like so to say, I have a story like that too, where I thought it was Cookie, and then the closer I got, it wasn't Cookie, and it was just something growling at me, and I couldn't see it. And like to this day, my sister and I still don't know what it was, but whatever it was, the dogs didn't even sense it. Like they weren't growling or barking or anything, so we were so confused.
Okay, that's a bit strange because usually if it is something like that, dogs are able to pick up on it. Because remember,
like,
they
can
can't see
sense an
things.
earthquake.
Oh my god,
Cookie
yes they
didn't.
do. Well, okay, bestie, let's be frank. Cookie's not the smartest.
Literally has no brain.
Yeah, like she ain't all the way there.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, yeah. So yeah.
I remember this one a long time ago. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about the black-eyed children, right?
Yes, dude. Fucking scary.
Okay, so for those of the people that don't know, the black-eyed children urban legend is are paranormal creatures that resemble children, very pale skin, like super white, with like all black eyes, like no pupils, no color, just all black. And they're seen like hitchhiking, they're seen interacting with people on like their doorsteps, like their cars. Anyone who's like alone and vulnerable, they'll walk up to you and then try and communicate with you and say, can you help me find so and so? I'm lost. And if you help them, then they like take you to wherever and basically like kidnap you to like the underworld. Or no seke. You see one and like their eyes are all black, try your best because they will like hypnotize you. Just try your best to like refuse and like lock the doors, like stay with as like far away from them as possible.
Bye. I hate kids, and you ain't never gonna catch me helping a kid. They'd be like, I lost my mommy. I'd be like, that's too bad. Walk home.
It's too damn bad.
That's too bad. Walk home, Timmy. I ain't got time for this. I'm trying to get my iced coffee, babes.
No, but I mean, like, people have like had
encountered
encounters
stuff
with
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like dark and gloomy, and they're kind of like my take on them are like vampires. Like they have to be invited in, you know, because they are very like I don't want to say annoying because you know it sounds annoying, but like they're very persistent. Like they will keep knocking on your door, any of your openings. You know that a way they can be brought in. And the sucky part about it is that like let's say like you really do just resist, they won't go away. So I don't know.
I mean, like, I'm like looking online right now, and some people are like, you have to be brave to like, you have to like communicate with them to get them to leave you alone, and the other people are like, stay away from them. So now I'm like, why would you want to talk with them? All the people that are saying like talk with them, nah, y'all are the black eyed kids. No, I don't
They
trust
just
it.
sounded horrible. They're like, oh, a kid. And then they're like, wait,
Hold on,
Right.
wait
why
a
does he have
minute.
black eyes?
Yeah, like it's kind of like getting information out of them and then like trusting your gut along the way.
No gut here,
Ooh,
no gut, nothing.
you got no good.
No, girl, I am
Oh.
It's deep for
skinty.
days.
I am skinty.
Why?
You guys want to talk about La Llorona?
Oh my god.
She's real.
We.
She's real. Experienced her twice in Mexico.
Well,
Oh, no, thank God.
go ahead, share your story.
Okay, so the first time I went to Mexico, right? It was something during the fiestas. It's like a week-long party for Mother's Day in celebration of Mother's Day because you know we love our women.
Yeah.
And so one night it was like still before Mother's Day, and it was everyone was at the plaza, you know, the center of the city, because all the parties are there. Everybody's drinking. Everybody's like enjoying each other's company, dancing. So all the streets are empty. Literally every house is empty because everybody's there, and it's a small little town. So everybody knows each other and all that stuff. So I remember we had a curfew of 11 p.m. And parties aren't over till like 4 or 5 in the morning. So we were like the only ones about to be home. And I remember we were walking home, and my great grandmother, lives on a hill. There's like a steep hill with no road going side to side. It's just a straight hill sort of thing. And we were on the street, still like trying not to go inside, But all of a sudden, we see like this lady kind of like on top of this hill. It didn't bother us. We were like, oh, it's just some lady like trying to get into the house. But when she passes the house and starts running down the hill, swear to God, she turns into like this little girl running down this hill. And my cousin and I, we ran inside. We were like, oh, hell no. My sister got stuck. So my cousin had to go run, grab her, and bring her inside. And we never saw this little girl come up this hill. Or like this lady, whoever, like run up this hill. But it was like she was like laughing, kind of like not so much crying, but like I don't know, man. Like swore it was her because on a separate occasion we saw this lady like on top of this house that was under construction, and she was ringing this bell. Not so much that I heard crying, but she was just there, and I swore she was looking at us. Like swore, like from her window. And it was late, everybody was sleeping, so it's not like I could like say anything. But I couldn't go to sleep until the sun came up because it was like she was there watching, like from a distance, and it was like she knew, like like our presence. Swore it was like Llorona because homegirl was wearing white, hair was long, and it wasn't like she was crying or anything, but like it was either like a bell or like some sort of like children's laughter. Like, bruh, fuck that, nah.
I feel like it
Don't
could have
mess
been
with
something
her.
else though, because La Llorona literally chants to the crying woman. Right?
Well, yeah, but she was still a lady in white.
But I feel like it could be something else.
It could be. It very well could be, but that was my take on her. Like, oh yeah, like she's looking after children, like trying to get children, like when their parents aren't around, was vulnerable. I don't know, man.
Like, I ain't trying to figure this out. Bye.
Chills. I can't even look under my bed right now.
Boogity, boogity.
Like, the edge of the bottom of the bed is staring at me. Like, look what I did.
They put the light on. They put the light
I
on.
do. I have my LED lights on and my lamp.
Ah.
I'm scared. It's like, did you guys hear that? Oh, it's a ghost. I'm scared. And she like farted.
Yeah.
Hold up.
She's
Wait.
like, guys, I don't have anything to wear. And she's like, do you guys hear that? I think it was a ghost. I gotta get out of here. I'm scared. And I was like, girl,
Yeah, one too many frijoles.
stop.
Yeah, does the Loch Ness Monster count as an urban legend? Yeah, right? Okay, okay, you know the original picture where it looks like, where people say it's like a piece of driftwood?
Yeah.
Do you guys believe it's the driftwood, or do you think it's the monster?
Nah, that's a whole neck. That looks like a dinosaur neck. Like, you know when kids draw dinosaurs? Like, you know, that's literally what it looks like.
Of that. I feel like it is real, but I don't know. That picture,
That picture a little funky for it, but I
It-
think it's real.
It's real, but there's not enough evidence to prove that it's real.
literally, can we get "We love you, Nessie" trending on Twitter for her to do like a face reveal?
Love you, Nessie.
Oh my
We love you,
God.
Nessie. Come on, girl, do face reveal.
Also, in Monster High, if you look in the background of like the school hallway, there's a picture of Nessie in a frame in the Monster High hallway.
I like how you know that.
Yeah, because I'm over observant. So I was like, oh my god, is that Nessie? And I was like, duh, because it's the monster world.
Oh my god.
She said great.
So you know how like creepypastas, are they urban legends, or are they
Yes.
just
Yeah.
okay? So we can go in on those because 2010, you got the Slender Man.
Oh my
God,
God.
I literally still think Slenderman's real.
No, I like seriously like that whole case about it too. Like, don't get me wrong, I think those little girls did. Well, they obviously did kill like that girl, but at the same time, I was like, what if they did get like hypnotized? Not hypnotized into it, because okay, this is like very controversial. Because I don't want to like back up these like little ass kids like saying, oh yeah, I killed for him, but also like I do believe like such creature is out there. Like, I don't know if it's like hypnotizing it. They like I don't know, because they even did a movie about it, and I still like don't believe that's how Slenderman should be portrayed. But yeah, it's very scary.
Honestly, as much as everyone's like, no, like we're the superior race, like humans and whatnot. How was that?
Oh, I moved my table closer to me because I'm trying to finish my first meal, and this is hard.
Bitch.
I'm crying. Oh my god. No, but I do believe that there are like aliens. There is supernatural out there. Like we are not superior beings. Like there's
Agreed.
something out there. So for Espy to say that like those little kids were being like controlled, I can honestly believe that.
No, I'm staring at my bed, making sure nothing crawl out.
God damn it.
Scared.
Girl, it's like 8:40.
Paranoid I get.
Don't be scared, bestie. Don't be scared.
Oh, I gotta hop on my bed. What if she slip? Oh lord.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Snap your neck.
Oh.
Boy, what the hell?
Uh,
Okay, guys, I'm on my bed. I'm feeling great.
Where's Snoopy? Wait!
Call your dad. Be like, could you get this for me?
I don't know where Snoopy at. I'll just use my pillow. Can we talk about aliens? I love talking about aliens. Aliens are so much fun. Okay, so like there was a movie called Lost in Phoenix, and it was about like the Phoenix like lights that happened in like the 1980s, and the movie was like low-key kind of creepy, but I like believed it because like it's supposed to be a documentary, and like I just think it's really crazy how they got like that film part, and it just like doesn't add up because like her brother went missing with like her friend or with his friend in the desert, and they were looking for the camera, and they were like getting lost and like seeing weird things. But I think it's really trippy because when they couldn't find the camera and before they went to the desert, they checked in with the school like, hey, do you guys have like the old film camera? And then when they get back from the desert, the school's like, oh, we have your camera. And they're like, we looked like we asked you, and then like, oh, it just magically appeared, and I was like, that's kind of sus.
Honestly, I remember what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, but like the film, because it shows the actual like VHS film at the end of the movie, and that looked so real. I was like, no, there's no way that's staged. Like, if it is, they did a good job. But still, I like thought that was so real because I was like, that's genuinely scary.
No, because I remember watching the exact same movie, and like same thing with you. Like when they show like the based on a true story, I was like, wait, what? Hold on. Like I got spooked a little. Honestly, at that point, I was like, okay, I already know they exist. I'm just like waiting for them to be like, hey, yo, what's up? We kidnapping y'all. And I honestly like, as much as the media like depicts like they're green, they're gray, bitch, they can be whatever the color they are. Like, I'm pretty sure there's more than one like species.
Yes, like people are like, oh, they're gray, or like, and I'm like, to me personally, I don't think they're gray. I would like to say like they're like clear or like white almost.
I can
I'm
see that.
like I don't think about like the big black beady eyes, but I do think they do have like black eyes. But like I don't know about like the big beady eyes. I'm like,
There's
but
definitely something.
yeah, and then also, a lot of like people who have like claimed they've like had like an alien try to abduct them. They all have similar stories, and it's always something to do with like a bright beaming light coming from their bedroom window. And then it's also them saying like they've seen things too beforehand. So like before they were like supposedly abducted, they were like having weird things happen to them. And like me personally, I feel like aliens will literally spy on you before they abduct you.
I mean, that makes sense because they have to have some sort of intel on you. They're not just gonna like go abduct you and then be like, like I feel
Yeah.
like they are doing their research.
Right. I completely agree on that behalf. Like, I feel like aliens are still going to be smarter than we are. I mean, think about it. Like, let's say we haven't quote unquote discovered them, like another living species out there. Like, that's probably because they don't want to be discovered. Like, I think they're smarter than us. And even if, like that whole Area 51 where like a lot of people speculate like is where they're like hiding or like where they're like being kept. I think that they abduct, to do like experiments to see like how dangerous we can be, how we move, how we think, how we react. But again, how Bella was stating, like a lot of people have similar stories, and same thing goes with like sleep paralysis. Like all over the world, people have different different occasions, like things happen to them, but they all still add up, all still similar experiences.
That's another thing. Like
Yeah,
people
so I
have had like
completely agree.
dreams,
Like they're real,
and this has
not
like
urban
happened.
legend.
Yeah, it's not really necessarily an urban legend, but it is something that I read an article about, and it was like really trendy in like 2015. But people were having dreams involving the same person,
Oh my
and
gosh,
that yes, that one dude, and he's like kind of bald, has like big eyes, and he has like a little bit of hair on his like sideburns, and he has like a weird mouth. But everyone had over like 200 300 maybe even 1,000 people had claimed to see him in their dreams giving them a weird message, and it was kind of like a deja vu message because like next couple of weeks that message had like appeared to them in real life, and they're like, whoa, I got this message from that one dude. And then like doctors were like, oh, like can you like guys like they were asking people like, oh, have you seen this man in their dreams? And they're like, yeah. Like, where'd you get that photo? But it was like really creepy because it was like, imagine seeing the same person, like
Other
imagine
people
seeing
have
a
seen, yeah.
person that everyone else is seeing in your dreams. And I'm like, whoa.
Have you guys seen that in your dream though? I haven't.
No, I haven't. But like, I don't know, just tons of people like agreeing on it, saying that. Like, I don't know, there's no way you can miss it. And that's the other thing too. Like, a lot of people were speculating, oh, because we all share the same brain. Like, maybe that guy just looks so generic, like so, like so common almost that's why he appears in dreams. But then at the same time, it's like, well, like yeah, like when you're asleep, random people can show up in your dream, but for you to remember that person in specific and like have everyone else see that person in specific, I don't know, it's a little suspicious.
Oh yeah, most definitely because like you said, it's like that specific person. Cause Bae got goosebumps. Now my stomach hurting. Espy, you next.
Yeah.
I'm eating a salad.
Oh my god, that's the worst of them all. She's being healthy. The scariest thing on Halloween. No candy. Celery sticks with peanut butter.
Oh Lord. Don't even say that. And then they put freaking raisins on them and be like ants on a stick. Like, fuck you, bark ass tree, bitch. No.
Can we talk about like conspiracy theories now?
Oh, we're okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Oh,
So I have lots of conspiracy theories. Like I've been watching conspiracy theories since like 4th grade, and like my favorite one is always the Malaysian flight. And
yes.
I just think it's so crazy because every time I watch like a conspiracy theory of that topic, I always get a new piece of information from every video that I watch, and I'm like, wait, I haven't heard that before. Where'd you get that? Because I just think it's crazy how a flight that randomly takes a weird turn, and also not to mention that their black box goes missing.
What's the black
And
box?
a black box is a recording inside. It's like a little it's an audio recording in a airplane, and pretty much like that audio cannot be like taken out or like deleted. It's like permanently in the plane. So like for it to go missing, like that doesn't just happen. Like you can't take it out. So and like they can track it too. Like they can track the black box and like gain recording from that. But when the flight went missing, they tried using the black box to like hear what was going on, and they, since the black box was missing, they couldn't get anything. But they had like a small recording supposedly from the black box, and I was like, wait, I thought the black box went missing, how do you get that? But it was like some recording, and basically it was pretty much, it was like, oh, I'm signing out, there's like supposedly another like aircraft or something, and I was like, whoa, what?
Another aircraft.
Yeah, like he was like, okay, I'm signing out for the night, and then like the pilot, he was like, okay, I'm signing out for the night, blah blah blah, or like coordinates or blah blah blah, and he's like, I see like another aircraft, I believe that's what he said, and I was like, whoa, what?
So do you think it was like aliens?
Yes, and
I think so
then
too.
I just think it's crazy because how are you gonna pass, because they passed their destination, and then they made like a sudden like U-turn, and I was like, what? And then they just went off the map, and I was like, what?
That's the crazy part, because you know how like they found like bits of it in the ocean,
Supposedly, yeah.
but like it's a big ass airplane. How are you gonna find that little debris, that big thing? Like that's what makes me think or that it was aliens.
Yeah.
But then again, like how big of a alien like mothership do you have to get an airplane?
And also, supposedly, the pilot had like a plane flying simulator in his house, and he was like practicing the Malaysian flight, and that he did the same U-turn he did on his like simulator that he did in real life. Yeah.
I get it.
Like, because in the when he was actually flying the plane, he made a sudden U-turn, and then they went off the map. But he has like a simulator at home, I guess, and he did the same like U-turn.
Nah, he was replaced with a robot or something.
Yeah, he must have planned it.
Yeah, and that's why people are like, oh, maybe it's planned, blah blah. And then like I was like, I don't know, that's like really weird. And but yeah, so I also think of that too. But another conspiracy theory that like really trips me out is always gonna be the oh my god, what's it called?
The moon landing?
No, what?
Okay, because I feel like that shit was fucking fake.
Duh, that was so fake. Like the footprint doesn't even match.
The footprint, the rock that has a perfect C in it.
And how is the flag moving?
Facts.
It's
Like,
supposed to be still. No.
yeah, because there's no air in space.
Exactly.
So that shit wouldn't be moving. I don't think.
Mm-mm. But another conspiracy theory that trips me out are like always the cult group ones.
Oh heck no! Those are the ones that actually terrify me.
Literally.
No.
Those just freaking me out. I was like, dude, what?
Go in depth. Why? Because like I'm not.
Okay, so there are
It's so real.
multiple there are multiple cult groups that like are always involved in like conspiracy theories, but the one is Heaven's Gate, which is pretty popular. Heaven's Gate was like a cult in the 80s. Basically, they were kind of like alien believers, and it was like a new, like they were in a cult. They were like planning to like ascend, and pretty much they all wore the same clothes, the same shoes, and even Nike, because they were Nike shoes, stopped selling those shoes because of the cult.
Oh my god.
And they were all found with like a purple cloth over their face. Like they drink like, I think it was like poison Kool-Aid.
I think I know
And
what you're
pretty
talking
much-
about.
Yeah, and then the computer said that mission complete, and that's what freaks me out.
What do you
The
mean, like?
computer had said mission complete, meaning they had ascended.
Okay, that's where I feel like the computer thing can be like fake because you can program a computer to have a timer and then it'll like display a certain message.
The thing is that only one of the members had been left behind, and one of the members left behind because he had to make sure everyone ascended.
It was
And
like
that went,
I was just gonna say it was basically like a planned suicide thing. Like
yeah.
yeah. Oh hell no.
But why would they leave one person if it's supposed to be the group thing?
Because that one person needs to like make sure everyone's ascended, but also to kind of like tell everyone what happened type beat. But basically I heard that like when they're like, oh my gosh, like why are you still alive? He was like, oh, I wanted to go, but they wouldn't let me ascend. And then they're like, who wouldn't let you ascend? And then like I forgot, and I was like, what?
What was that?
What?
What?
Heard a beep.
That wasn't me.
Okay, now that freaked me the fuck out. I legit heard a beep and I'm scared of what that was.
The FBI agent, like, hey, y'all know too much.
Exactly right. Like,
no, because that's another thing I wanted to talk about too. Like, okay, so I've seen like multiple videos. Like, there's this one video. I know it went viral on TikTok. It was like this lady talking about how she was about to eat a Reese's pumpkin, and then like the commercial comes on for Reese's, and she was like, "Oh, what are the odds?" And then it turns out,
oh my god.
it was like, "Oh yeah, like, we've been watching you, something, something, something," and she was like, "What?" Like, you know, like how crazy accurate that was. But then also like it's true that like when you accept for like, you know, like your data to be roaming or whatever like that, like you will get ads about stuff you were talking about or something like that because your phone has been picking up all this noise and stuff. And it's so freaking crazy to me because like we give all that power to our, you know, cellular devices or technology in general, and it is freaky.
Oh yeah, it is. What is it? Oh, you know how like Apple products, like there was the scandal going around that says like if you look up and like the okay, what was it? The iCloud, like if you look like certain words up, it'll find like all the pictures that have those words in it. Like I forgot what happened, but I think this girl like searched up the word like boobs or bra, and then like all of her like nudes came up.
Oh.
And I was just like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that like the Apple got like knows everything? They like watching your shit?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh damn.
But yeah, so like it's like really creepy. But honestly, to me, I think cults are so interesting. Not like in like, oh my god, they're so interesting, let me join one. But I just think they're so interesting on how like easy it is to brainwash people, because in the sense of brainwashing, it's these are like vulnerable people, and that's why they're so easy to brainwash, because they're vulnerable, and the cult is offering something they like don't have, or like they like can't have. So that's what makes them want to join, or like makes them want to stay, because they're like, oh, they're making me so happy, they're giving me this and that, like why would I want to leave? And because they're brainwashing them with all like these goodies, and it's like, what?
I feel like yeah, I'm with you on it because like they are interesting because like of how easy they're controlled.
Yeah.
You're moving your table again?
Sorry. Yeah. I just closed my curtains real quick. I got a little scared.
Girl, I have mine open and I'm like, I just like look over at it constantly. Like I'm just like, ooh, some red eyes are gonna like look at me and I'm like, I'm gonna just yell.
But don't say that.
Sorry.
Homegirl has a whole door in her room.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
but yeah, like my conspiracy theories on like the Men in Black, like that's just scary.
That's crazy. They made like a whole movie out of like a bunch of conspiracies.
That was freaking cool though.
Oh, to me, I believe that Illuminati is not real.
I
Really?
do.
I don't believe that it's real. I think it's
It's
just
like another cult.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I'm just like,
As much as you're talking about how like cults are cool, you're not gonna believe in the Illuminati, like the biggest cult of them all.
no. I just think it's bullshit. I'm like, that's not real. They capped it.
It literally goes down in history because there was a secret group back then, and because the members of the Illuminati couldn't join that group, they made their own group and called it the Illuminati. And literally, it existed, and then they made it more over the years.
Okay, that I didn't know like the origin of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's crazy. They say that certain celebrities are in it, and I'm like, hey, yo, chill. Not because we be idolizing these people, and just to know that like they're there, I'm like, oh,
No, because like every time I think of the Illuminati, I think of like Gravity Falls.
okay, Bill Cipher.
The best show out there. Just saying.
Let's be muted and unmuted just to say that.
I don't want y'all hear me mention on my salad either. So
Thank
you're welcome.
you.
That's so funny.
I don't know why, but like some part of me is like scary stories to tell in the dark, like that children's book.
They are urban legends. They're all just compiled into a book, like made up stories that end up being real. Kind of like when you go into like a haunted house and stuff, and people actually get hurt because there's an actual serial killer in it. It was like, yeah, like it goes along with the whole plot of the, like, you know, the whole theme, but then it's like people also make it real. So it goes both ways.
Oh Jesus! People have like spotted random staircases like in the middle of the woods that they're just staircases. They lead up to nothing. There's nothing on the other side. They're just staircases. And I guess like the urban legend behind it is if you like walk up the staircase, you will like you'll be taken somewhere else and never seen from again. So I guess like if you're in the woods and you see staircase, don't walk up them. It's very
Yeah.
no, yeah, it's like very interesting because like, A, where did they go? And how did the staircases get there? Did they just like follow the sky? Was there like a building there? Like the whole like idea of it is kind of wild.
It's kind of like that one house. I forgot what it was called, but they even made a movie about it, and it's a real tourist attraction. It was a house, a giant house, and it has random stairs leading to nowhere sometimes, and just a whole bunch of random rooms that don't make sense. And the owner said it was built like that to. I know I'm getting this wrong, but it's something to do with like the. I don't want to say the ghosts, but like just so they get trapped almost.
They get trapped.
I don't know. I know I'm saying it wrong, but I forgot what the house was called. It was they really did make a movie about it, and it was like the house was built all funky to confuse the ghost or something. But then I've also heard that it was probably made that way so like it was easy for someone to kill people like trying to get out and stuff like that.
Oh.
Oh, gee.
Do you mean the Winchester house?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's the Winchester house. Basically, her husband died, and she took over, and she was a widow, and she said that somebody was trying to contact her, and that the spirits were telling her to build like more rooms and like more doors and more whatever, because something was following her, like something evil was following her. So they're like, oh, something's following you, build another room. And she was like, okay. So every night at midnight, she'd get the Ouija board and sit in her room to tell her what she needed to build next.
What?
Yeah.
And then what happens?
So there's just all these elaborate rooms in her house, and it's a huge, huge
Yes,
property.
the room has over 100 rooms, and staircases lead to nowhere sometimes. And there's even a door that walks straight out onto like outdoors. Like It's a door that's on like I think the fourth floor or like the third floor, and it leads straight outside. So like basically, if you step out, you die.
It's like a window. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a door window. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. That sounds like really cool, but like, do we know what was following
Terrifying.
her?
No.
No.
Oh, wait, was it someone or is it paranormal that was following her?
Supposedly.
So she was talking to the spirits that something was following her and that she would have to build a room or different rooms like every night.
I
So
don't really know. I just know that was the whole like. I don't want to say it's the summary, but for the most part, yeah, she just had like built new rooms every night.
that's
Mm-hmm.
cool. I don't know. I've never heard this one before.
Really, it's so popular.
No, yeah. You said the Winchester House?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look that one up.
Oh, another good one is the Amityville house. That one, like,
That one
really
sounds
did
familiar.
shake the globe. Yeah, it was a house where this husband like murdered like his family and everything, and I guess it was the house that like something there made him do it, and it turns out to be like built on like native ground or something like that. So there's just a lot of like bad energy there, like really, really bad energy. And it is also a tourist spot, or it used to be. I don't know if it is now. But even like you know how in the Conjuring series they have the Warren family, how they go investigate houses.
Yeah.
That was one of their most popular houses too. Like they had even gone there.
I was
And
gonna bring
she
that
said,
up.
"What happened?"
I was gonna bring that up because I think in the movie that Lorraine, like, she's in that house and like she has her visions, and then like we see her walk by a mirror and she's herself, but in the mirror it's like the man who killed everybody. So I think that was prominent in the movie.
I think so. I can't really recall, but I just do remember like that house has like probably one of the worst energies like to exist out there.
Right.
Yeah, and so that's also another one too.
Okay. If we're gonna go on The Conjuring, Annabelle was
Oh
like
Lord.
it was based off a true story, but I mean she originated like because I know she was a Raggedy Ann doll, and then like she
Was the
was
animal based in Pasadena?
That was in the one of the later ons. Like, she originated through. Well, if we're talking about the spirit itself, it was before Pasadena. The doll in Pasadena, it was the same entity, but they named the doll Annabelle.
oh it was in
Because
Connecticut.
because the what happened in Connecticut was based about I think this little girl, the orphan, and she was the one that got trapped, or she was the one that took the doll and like I guess when they adopted her, I don't remember, dude. Like I know the story, but I can't explain it. So,
I just know that it was a spirit trapped in the doll, and that these college girls had it on their bed, and they're like, "Hey, did you put the doll in the bathroom?" They're like, "No," and they're like, "Huh?"
Isn't that the beginning of the second movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. But yeah, so it was in Connecticut, and yeah, it was just a Raggedy Ann doll that was it was just I guess infused or possessed by like a really like malicious like spirit of a dead girl, and yeah, it just
yeah,
goes crazy.
because it wasn't trapped in the doll, but it took like it was kind of like holding the doll, if that made sense.
Hmm.
It was just attached to it, so everywhere the doll went, that spirit went, or that demon. Ugh, not a spirit.
Oh, here you go. Oh, okay, so what I was talking about earlier, the skinwalker, I think I was confused with the Wendigo because the Wendigo is it's Native American, and then they're 15-foot tall shape-shifting creatures, and then I guess like they can possess like I guess anything that's within their radius or something will be possessed to become like hostile, cannibalistic, and just start like assaulting people for no reason.
Yeah, I've also seen like a lot of videos and stuff, like of people just like talking about skinwalkers and like you were right toward the beginning of the podcast where you were saying like they take form like little animals and stuff. a lot of times they'll also make noises like to attract you, like a crying infant, or like an animal that might be hurt or something, crying. I don't know, like those are one of the most popular sounds I think that it makes, but it's also just to lure you in. And it's like, I also heard another thing about skinwalkers. I'm not sure if it's like true, but a lot of people say if it sounds close, that means it's far, and if it sounds far, that means it's close.
No way.
Yeah, like it like tries to confuse you, like tries to get you, it like manipulates you, in a sense that, you know, like it wants, you know, like to take hold of you. And I remember like seeing this one video in specific where this guy, he was like hiking and stuff, and he sees a bunny come out of the bushes and like go toward the other way, but he was like, yo, that's weird, like normally bunnies like or like rabbits, like they go hide when they hear
Noises.
someone, you know, passing and stuff. So for this bunny to like just, or like this rabbit to just like, you know, run across and stuff, like something's over there. And like the closer he goes, like he hears like a cry and some movement, and he was like, oh hell no. So he starts running, like bolting it, and he was like, that wasn't another human. Like then he started talking about skinwalkers and how like they do like make a noise and stuff. If it sounds far, that means they're close. And yeah, like that whole thing. I was like, oh no. And that they're also like really present in ranches, kind of like in areas that have a lot of land.
Okay. Ooh. See, I don't know about the whole like far and close things, but okay, it makes sense because yeah, they do want to trick you. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of noises and I'm freaked the fuck out.
No, for real, because I heard something come from my room and I was like, man, I gotta go shower.
Oh god, like I gotta work tomorrow, like bitch.
Like I can't be closing my eyes. I'm gonna get some soap in there. I don't even care no more.
Okay, there was one on like Staten Island, New York, about this escaped mental patient who had a hook for a hand. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but his name was Cropsy.
That's fucked.
Yeah, so he had a hook for a hand, so he would just go around like abducting children, like snatching them with the hook.
Oh.
Yeah, and like for the longest time, it's been an urban legend until in 1970, the killer was actually caught. His name was Andre Rand.
Oh.
So I guess it was like a urban legend that either came true or that inspired somebody to do something.
Great.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened? I like blinked out.
Bella.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Well, on which part?
What did this crappy dude do?
Cropsy.
Cropsy, what did he do?
So he was an escaped mental patient with a hook for a hand, and he would go around like abducting and snatching children around Staten Island. And originally this was an urban legend, but I guess it inspired something or it became true because in 1970, the killer named Andre Rand was found, and he fit the description. He had the hook for a hand. He was abducting children.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was like an inspiration, if the whole thing was true, but that's in the books.
I'd be so scared. I had to bring Cookie in with me.
I know I have Hita right here on the desk, but she's sleeping.
Same. Cookie
But-
also chilling.
You guys got
Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys in Halloween.
very scared. Not by the video, but just by Bea.
Oh.
This girl crazy. Dang. All right, bye you guys.
Throwing up, shitting, sliding down the wall.
Projectile vomiting.
I don't know what's scarier, this video or your guys' commentary at the end.
Yeah.
Just started.
Oh Lord, we gotta go.
Pull-ups.
Nasty.
Your mama.